everybody? I'm Jason Foster, and this is the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence program, and this is my discourse community. But before I explain to you why this is my discourse community, I'm going to explain to you what is a discourse community and why my discourse community relates to what a discourse community is. A discourse community is a group of people who share a set of discourses understood as basic values and assumptions and ways of communication about those goals. John Wells defines discourse community as groups that have goals or purposes and use of communication to achieve these goals. In front of you are 6 characteristics of what makes up a discourse community. I'm going to explain to you the first one. One of the first characteristics of a discourse community is a shared goal. A shared goal we as members of the 5,000 Role Model live by is to ensure that youth of Miami-Dade County are equipped with knowledge, skills, and experiences that will be able for them to thrive through mainstream America while instilling in them self-confidence and self-respect. These are our goals at work. The young men you see in these photos are all on their way to all of the scholarships of their choosing in Florida, ready to tackle the world by its horn. All with full ride scholarships. Second characteristic of a discourse community is intercommunication. John Swells also informs us that intercommunication in fact is what keeps a discourse community together and doesn't let it fall apart. The 5,000 Role Models has daily events where we come together and meet for a special cause. During school hours, we dress up every day, every Wednesday, and meet with our site directors to talk about upcoming events and positive things we have to do around the community, like cleaning up parks, speaking on very important topics, or having peaceful protests. As the 5,000 Role Models, we always find ways to stick together and be a leader to the community. Another great aspect of a discourse community Ned Swells shares with us is that a discourse community uses such participatory mechanisms primarily to provide informational feedback. Every month, we have meetups where young mentees are checked up on to make sure they represent the program well, whether it's with properly showing us how to put on a tie or to speak formally when in the face of the media. The 5,000 Role Model does it all. We're checked up on every measurement to make sure that we're physically and well kept to live in this world. One characteristic of a discourse community is communication purpose. The purpose of this 5,000 Role Model is to pinpoint progressive and successful men in our community and promote successful and positive alternatives to self-destructive behavior and societal pitfalls. The role models can take up a variety of genres, depending on the situation. The basic genres revolve around public or private communications. We like to be seen through a large light. We also can be seen through private messages like, the direct messages through, apps like social media like Facebook or emails. The fifth characteristic of a discourse community is a lexis. Lexis, in fact, is what John Swells stresses on in the discourse community. He tells us that in addition to owning genres, a discourse community also has to require some specific lexis, that is vocabulary. In front of you are some lexis we use, like STOTM, Student of the Month. In 5,000 Role Model, you can be the Student of the Month. MDC, Miami-Dade County. From those on the outside looking in, they may not know what MDC stands for, and that's a term that we use a lot. 5RM, 5,000 Role Models. From the outside looking in, people may not know what 5RM means. And WS, Wilson Scholars. Being in this program, you obtain a scholarship, which is the Wilson Scholar. So those are lexis we use amongst this program. 7 characteristic of a discourse community is a discourse community has a threshold level of members with a suitable degree of relevant content and discursive expertise, meaning that there's a certain level between the members. One member may be higher due to the rank or the experience that he may have. Within the 5,000 role model, there's multiple levels. First, starting with the site director. Every chapel has a site director. At every school, the site director is the first leader of command. Falling under the site directors is the president and the vice president. To be the president of a chapel, you must be a senior at a 4-year high school. To be the vice president, you will be a junior, and the rest of you are just members, being a freshman and sophomore. So the process of being the president is being in the program for 4 years, being a leader, showing different qualities of being a leader. That's how you become the president. And the vice president, you become the president by echoing the president and showing that you're ready to take the throne next. And that's why the 5,000 role models is my discourse community, because it falls into all the 6 characteristics of a discourse community. And I'm Jason Foster, and that'll be all.